Gentlemen, I am sick today. I do not feel good, but it will make me feel better to do coaching. It sounds like I'm sick. I'm like congested. It's a nightmare. Sick day plus still coaching anyways. Plus grind never stops. We are going to coach regardless. Also, I think coach might wipe tomorrow. So I really want to coach to make sure we do not miss it. Okay, with that being said, I hope everyone is doing well. We are going to I'm not gonna do a lot of baloney. Okay, we're just gonna straight up hop into it. Okay. I hope everyone is all right. Let's take a look. We're gonna start with Montana on Route 66. Oh my gosh.
Ready for battle.
And he said,
One more mission, huh?
let me change this.
I'm in.
It's so loud, bro. I gotta turn this down. Montana Route 66. He said, the first win I post, I felt like this came at a few moments where I was really confused on what play to do. So you think this would be a good review? Okay, let's check it out. So number one, why are we starting our gas station? Unless you know they're playing Diva. Yeah, don't start on gas. This is good. I wouldn't even move. You know, you don't even want them to know you're here. I wouldn't even move, to be honest. But it's not that big a deal. Okay, so here, let me turn up EpiPen. And then let me fix it, because it always does this. I don't know why. Okay, I also need to enunciate even though I'm sick. Okay. Here, I need you to understand that the value of this angle is when the cart is like here and back, okay? So because the cart and literally everybody has already rotated forward, you need to make one of two decisions, okay? You need to either rotate back and shoot the Rhine in main, or you need to go for a rat play. You cannot stay in tunnel. You have to decide, okay? So pick. I need you to pick. But staying in tunnel like this is throw. Okay, you happen to catch the auto, which worked out. But you get 5 orbs. Okay. You needed to wrap. You need to wrap or go back main. Pick one. Okay. If we die, we come back top left. Yeah, because your team needed you to get more on the angle. You just needed to get more. Fun fact about Overwatch, you walk forward faster than you do walking backward. As a demonstration of it. Okay, now we're just on the off angle. So far, only problem is first fight, we need to do more. Not really any issue right now. Here, match your team's intentions, right? Like, here you can clearly see your team is pushing up. We need to be doing the same thing, right? So you're too late in recognizing this. You need to recognize it as it's happening. So like, look at your back. Like, why are we backing up? I know we're half HP, but why are we backing up so much when our team is pushing forward? You need to match your team's intention. Because now they're going to be pushing into their spawn and you're nowhere to be seen. Right. Alright, whatever. Not too big of a deal considering that you guys won, but I feel like that's results oriented. Okay. Still on the angle. Here. Okay. Whoops, there's a little bit of error. I didn't see that. Here, you need to identify that the entire team is on the other side of the map. Right. You're look through the wall, and you can see that your Orisa is fighting people here, and then that you see two people in tunnel here. That likely means there's going to be nobody in the main door. So you need to do one of two things. You either need to come help these guys, mark these guys in tunnel, or you need to aggressively take space and look for a flank or something. Because the problem is, if they come wide like this, and if all 5 of them come wide like this and take space, there's not really a lot you can do as Cassidy. And low-key, the best play is to like wrap behind them as they're doing that. Because second point is just not really good range for Cassidy as a hero. Yeah, so our Ana dies and we don't really do anything. Oh, wait, we're blue team. Yeah, okay, so now it's all worked out. Yeah, I would have looked for like, so here, slightly earlier. Like here, after I see this, yeah, I'm thinking in my mind that the whole team is looking for some kind of rotation. I am honestly like coming right side, dropping, and then like jumping over here and helping your like going for a late rotation or something. Because I don't really want to be over here as they're pushing. I'd rather, because I'm probably going to lose the fight, to be honest with you. I would rather do some like crazy flank play. Yeah, I think this is fine. I mean, I would have done the flank play, but whatever. Yeah, and this is why I just don't like the main angle, right? Like, you should as Cassidy, you should really try to be avoiding the main angle, particularly if you don't have a shield tank, right? Because, like, look at this. Boom, you take 200 damage. And now you demand Cure Heal. You demand, and I think you're also getting Wu Ying Heal. No, you're not. Your Wu Ying died. But you're getting Wu Ying, or you're getting all of the Cure Heal. So your Orisa is not. And then that's Suzu, and then your Cure's dead, right? I mean, part of that's your fault. Like, there's no world where, I understand 5 orb is broken. I agree 5 orb is fucking broken. But, like, we just shouldn't honestly be on this angle at all. Like, what you should be doing is, Orisa marks these people. Sure. Cool. You see this, you tag Bastion, you tag Zen, you go wide on the angle, and you shoot them, and you stay cart. Like, this is your play as Cass. It's not to fight here, because this is, like, almost always losing for you. It's out of range, and you're going to take a bunch of damage and demand resources, and it's just not good for your team. Wrapping on cart is self-sufficient, particularly because you have a mega as well. You can go for this mega. So I would have done this play. I think it's stronger in general. Okay. Okay, you actually had the play. I don't really know why you did this. So nice flank, but why are we not wrapping like wide? Like you should be going wide like this. Is it because you hear the Cassidy? Okay, fight him, bro. Just fight these people. Just come this way, fight them on the angle. Ideally, you do it this way, because if you're over here, there's bound to be nobody behind you, likely. So I'd prefer you swing wide out of this door. Because if you swing wide out of this door, there's a chance people are behind you as you swing, right? So I would prefer you do this one. And then you can see the Cassidy, the Zen, and the Ana, and pick whatever fight you want. But this is like, we're not going to carry from this position. This is not the carry angle. Like, you need to understand that sometimes you just have to take a lot of risks for a lot of reward. Also, like on this flank here, I think it honestly would have been better if you just walked on the white beam and ended up here. I mean, this would have been even stronger. I mean, this is definitely the play. Like, you might as well go high ground. So yeah, so I don't. You had the play, but you kind of just messed up the rotation slightly. You needed to walk on that top white beam to end up on the other high ground, and then you would have a really good flank. Or instead of walking into the room, you need to go wide on the road. Okay. I probably wouldn't have given up the angle here. I probably would have stayed on that high ground. I know you eat Fire Strike, but honestly, you just tuck. Like, that's a little bit unfortunate. I would just grab this mini and go back. I would just grab it and go back, to be honest. I mean, this angle is still good for you. You can shoot this in, and then you would have been with your Wu Young as he peaks. I think his angles are stronger. So I think rotating out of the, and you're like not here for all of this fight as well. So I think rotating out of the angle is a mistake. Yeah, you didn't really do anything this fight. Your Wu Yang is in the carry position as the carry angle. Oh, nice. It's good that you know that spot on the box. Okay, just spam him in. Mark the Genji, or just ignore him. Yeah, that's fine. I would just ignore him here as well. Nice. Okay, I don't really like... Man, Route 66 third is so garbage. As much as I don't want people to stand in main, it's like, look, the more and more and more I play this map, the more I'm starting to think that playing in main is just kind of better. Okay, I would definitely hold space here. You can't really against Sigma. In this matchup, I wouldn't really be comfortable doing it, but normally I would like to just stand here. But against this Sigma Genji, it's gonna be kind of tough. So I think kiting is likely better. Let me make sure my thing is up. It is. Okay. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like Sigma is not a good matchup for Gas. So you get caught off guard because he doesn't have footsteps, which is stupid, but I actually hate that component of the game, and then you die. I think. I mean, you got roll again. You could have rolled back. I'm gonna be honest. After you rotated this far out, given that you're in a Sigma matchup, you kind of need to recognize that your best position is actually truck. Because this is just not somewhere you can. Whoops, this is not somewhere you can stand against Sigma Genji. Because you're gonna get poked out, and it's not gonna be comfortable. You need to fight. This is gonna start becoming a matter of denying rotations. So your best position is actually denying the truck rotation. You don't actually have to come up here and play for the mega, but you need to kind of do what your Wu Young is doing and deny them the rotation from truck to your back line. So you need to find the rotation from this side. You can either honestly walk through spawn to get back there, or you can take a little bit more risk and walk through main, whatever you deem more appropriate. But going for this rotation, I know it's unlucky that you get marked by Sigma, but I'm going to be honest with you, you're probably dying in the mid fight anyway against this comp. Against Bastion, Sigma, Genji, you're probably dying anyway. Like, we need you on the truck angle. Yeah, so that was a big macro rotation issue. Which is tough to see, to be honest. That's like an experience thing and you kind of need a coach for. But I promise you, part of Cassie's value on third defense is that he's really good at fighting for and denying Chuck. Like, if you think about it from like a Genji's point of view, they really don't want to fight a cast on that side of the map. It's pretty bad. Do the attackers have the high ground advantage? Yes, but you're going to be really annoying and preventing them from making a play. Okay, so you really need to be more on that Chuck side of the map and find that rotation to be able to deny those rotations. It didn't actually cost you guys anything because you died to something else, but in many other games it will. Okay, that kill needs that. You need to get this kill. She doesn't even know you're there. Like, there's no reason you should come in the corner. Good technique in stopping, but why do we click on her gun? Like, you need to hit headshot. Like, a headshot, even like, I wouldn't have been mad if you got a headshot body shot, but getting no hits there is not acceptable. You have to, once you swing the angle and they're not looking at you, you have to take the extra second to line it up and then go for the headshot. Like, I would have preferred if you had good technique in doing this and still missed, but you just had bad technique. Like, this was just bad technique. There's no lining up happening. You didn't line up at all. You just kind of started shooting. I could see you have good crosshair placement. Like, you're already aiming at the gas, which is good. But here, you don't make an adjustment for the head, and then you just, like, panic shoot the other bullets. That needs to be a kill. That's, like, the most valuable part of the angle. Right now, your Wu Yang is deadlifting. Your Wu Yang is doing really good. Nice headshot. Okay. Yeah, I would have fought him too. I would have egoed that. Nice job. Yeah, just stay alive. Just stay alive. Perfect. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Using the TP here is not too bad. I would not, definitely don't drop though. I don't know why you drop here. No one's even shooting you. Like, you need to stay on the gas station here. Bam. I mean, I think you just kind of don't read where the guy is correctly. I'm not going to beat you up for the flash, okay? Whatever. So, shoot these guys. Why are we dropping though? Because we want this angle. This is a really strong angle. So, dropping here is really garbage. Really, really bad. And now you're left with this play. I mean, you would have just been way better off on the gas station, to be honest. But given that you did fall off, I think this rotation is your best play, to be honest. So it kind of worked out. Yeah, but I would have stayed on gas. For sure. The reason being is if you stay on gas, not only do you have, like, essentially the same angles you have here, but you also have the sign as cover. It's like this angle, but more, right? And then if no one's contesting you, you can just get greedy and, like, look over the edge and kill people or whatever. But this right wrap is really good because it sandwiches the enemies between you and your team, and even if you die, it's very likely the enemy dies too. So it's a good angle. And by the way, these are the type of angles where, like, sometimes people tell me, like, hey, you like, aim is always needed no matter what. I'm telling you, bro, even if you missed, as long as you hit one shot on the Bastion, even if you missed everything else, I guarantee you that this Bastion will still die. This Bastion will still die. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there are some angles in the game where you just kind of get value by being on the angle itself. And this is one of those situations. All right. So here we need to be looking to go to the left side of the map. You also could go right. You also could go through cave here, given that you're early. All right, I don't normally like the cave rotation because you get outranged really easily and get stuffed really easily. But given that you're early to the angle, I think it could be good. Okay. Good TP. There's a reason why Sim is always paired with Cass and Pro Play. This is just unfortunate. Here, what do you take damage to from? Whatever. This is just kind of unlucky. I don't mind you taking the TP there. Good wrap. I don't like the drop for the Deadeye. Honestly, just shoot them. The angle, this is like an infinite value angle. Just shoot them. Just shoot the Bastion. Just walk on the high ground and shoot the Bastion. Yeah, like jumping for Deadeye there is not good. I would have just stayed on the high ground and shooting them. Or pop Deadeye from the high ground. But you absolutely cannot be on the floor in Deadeye. Like, what is this? I mean, it's not the end of the world, to be honest with you. Like, it's still a good play. It's still a good play, but it could have been a better play. If you just stayed on the high ground. It would have been safer. You would have seen more, and you would have been able to... You wouldn't have had to commit to it, right? If you saw that you needed to cancel Deadeye, you could have and been fine. I would take that TP low-key. Oh, never mind. It's already broken. So, you're just not gonna... Unfortunately... If the Genji's marking that angle like that, you're just not really going to be able to win that fight. So I would just give it up. I would yeah, I would fight this Kiri though. I like you fighting Kiri. I like you fighting Genji. Nice grabbing Mega. This is winning. That was winning. Yep. Good job. You actually did really well that fight. Getting 2 plus Suzu plus Blade is really, really, really good. So I like that from you. Good job. Okay. Here. Okay, yeah, we need to start taking space. Nice. Ram is dead, whatever. Okay, cool. I'm gonna be honest, this is kind of your best play. Into the enemy comp, there's not really a lot you can do. You have to kind of main bot and play the top left high ground because Junker Queen can collapse on you easily. You can get marked by Genji easily. You can get outranged by Bastion easily. So, look at the matchup here. I like you grab the Mega. Oh, okay, whatever. Just throw flash better. I like the flash, just throw it better. Did we lose here? No, we cap. You can complete your rotation, bro. Stop shooting Ryan Shield. Stop shooting Ryan Shield. Go left side, up the stairs, and fight the Genji. Stop shooting Ryan Shield. It's that you have a sim. Your sim will delete the shield. Not your responsibility. And then after shield breaks, you can screw it up. But now, like, you're not... You should have denied this Genji any playmaking. But we don't make the rotation. Actually, let me look at this. Okay. Your whole team is here. Shoot Ryan Shield. Would a better Ryan have lived here? Yeah, I think so. I don't think this Ryan should die here. I think this is an underperformance. How does he die? Does he not get healing? Why does this guy not have nade? Okay. A good on, I would have never thrown that nade. Okay. So, I don't think this Ryan should die. I'm going to be honest with you. I think this Ryan dying is an underperformance. Because it's kind of like, why is he standing there? He knows his shield's going to get broken. He's playing against Sim, right? Why would he stand point blank against a Sim? Like, it doesn't make any sense in the matchup. Like, a better Ryan wouldn't stand here in this situation. Which is precisely why rotating makes the most sense. Like, you staying in main is kind of contingent on the Ryan not understanding the macro and the matchup properly. Like, what is this guy doing? Why did he suddenly go wide again after his shield was about to break? Like, there's no reason that should happen. Let's be real, guys. I think he went wide maybe to try to get healing, but it's like, that just shouldn't really happen. Like what really should be like, and as a result, we should generally always assume that the enemy team is going to make the best play. Okay, given what they have, right? Like why is the Ryan, if you shot this Ryan with the idea in mind of like, why is this Ryan so extended? And your idea is punishing this extension, then I will credit you for doing so, and I will say that you are correct in your decision making. But if you kind of just mainbotted here to shoot Ryan for not a lot of reason, then I don't think it's a good idea, and you should be going top left and fighting Genji. Because this Ryan should not die. He shouldn't die. That's a little bit silly. A mechanical failure on the Genji, but he dies anyway. Nice. Go truck. Nice. Good rotation. Sorry, I'm like leaning back in my chair. Let me move my microphone. I like this Deadeye. I like it a lot. It's a really good Deadeye. Nice. Perfect. Perfect last fight. Good job. Okay. Yeah, the only thing so far is you fumbled your second point defense and your first point defense. Actually, your defense has just been a lot weaker than your offense. Your attack has been a lot better. Let's see how you play this. Yeah, this is like exactly what happened here is kind of what I needed you to do last time, which was I needed you to either give up the angle early. Like if they swing wide, like kind of like how they did with Monkey here, I don't really mind if you give it up early. It's not that big a deal. But you need to make a decision, right? Do you want to give it up early and help your team fight off the Monkey and get that guy to kite? Or do you want to go for a flank? You need to pick one though. You can't stand in tunnel. How do we die here? Okay, you could have rotated for Mega here. Like here, boom, I'm grabbing Mega. I'm 100% grabbing Mega right now at 120 HP. But you kind of just don't and then die as a result. So, whatever. Okay, nice job. Wait. I definitely would not have come out bottom. I would have gone top for sure. Just to have the high ground, and then you would still be able to kill the Monkey, and then you can go gas. But going top there would have given you more options, and it's going to be more consistent. And it's only marginally longer. Like you still would have killed Monkey. Good job. But your team deadlifted this, to be honest. You killed Monkey one time, but that was it. Like you need to get more value and stuff like that. The first death on defense there was lazy. Nice grabbing Mega. Once again, that needs to be a kill. I mean, you do get it, but like you need to take the second to line it up. Like you're just panicking, bro. You have to take a second to line it up. Like with Silver Bullet, I'm actually okay if you miss that shot and get a body shot because it just does so much damage. But like we cannot be missing these. We cannot be missing these. It cannot miss. But I mean that flank is still like this is the thing though. Like once again, sometimes angles are just so strong you just win the game anyway. Like Montana kills the Ana here, which is perfect. But it's like the angle is so strong that he would have won this fight even if he didn't kill the Ana. He would have won the fight. It's just such a strong angle. They're gonna lose no matter what. But cool. All in all, your defense just looks really weak. Your attack is great. I wouldn't even worry about your attack, but your defense has so many problems. Like not recognizing when to rotate out early. You did it well on this last defense, but you did not do it well on the first one. When you're playmaking and going for a wrap play, I need you to figure out what the most advantageous angle is for you. Like on second, like there was one point where you like walked this way, then walked under, and then like shot the Bastion and backed up. You needed to walk on the beam here and then go for this play and shoot them in the back. Like I needed that for like you have the right idea, but the execution is bad. Like I need you to think about what is going to be the strongest angle, and this would have been the strongest angle in that situation. And then on third defense, I needed you to not give up this spot as early as you did, and then I needed you to fight for truck. Come fight for truck. You don't have to like win the fight, to be honest with you, because even if you're back here and you deny them the dive on your backline, it's still good. It's still good. But other than that, I thought your Route 66 attack was strong. I really liked your attack, but your defense needs work. Okay, so that's that. We already did this. Junkertown. I don't think I bought a view Junkertown yet. Oh yeah, I did. It was one of the first ones I did. But it was a long time ago. It was 66, I think. Okay, Junkertown attack is quite precarious. Okay. Here, walk up the stairs. No, instantly making the wrong play. Your play right now should be boom, walk up the stairs. Holy cow. I'm walking through this room and I'm just going wide instantly. Instantly going wide. You are going to die. Okay, you will die eventually on this angle, but I promise you, you're not going to get as much value here. Sorry, legit got suspended last night, so I can send the VOD. No problem, bro. I'm sick today anyway, so probably the less VODs I have, the better. But feel free to send VODs whenever you want. But yes, Montana, I am poking these guys 2 times, and I'm instantly rotating through the room, dropping here and going wide. The reason being is Cass is so garbage on this first fight. He's so garbage, so you need to do something extremely high risk to actually get value as a hero. Okay, so we just like, you're gonna lose all these fights. Like, what's the point of poking these guys? You're always gonna lose these. Okay, that Ryan is like crazy, to be honest, but you're just always gonna lose these fights. Like, you're gonna demand, and then the big problem with this, watching it work too. Oh well, thanks for tuning in, bro. Don't get fired, but yeah, do whatever you want. But on Junkertown, like, you just can't really play like this because you're gonna demand resources because you're fighting people out of your effective range that could have otherwise, those resources could have otherwise been used for your venture taking in good engages, your Junker Queen taking good engages, and you're getting like no value on the angle because you're getting outranged and you're demanding resources. Like, it's just not good. So if you are gonna play Cass here, you need to come through this and then go super wide and like shoot them here or shoot them here and force them to rotate and come kill you. Because even if you die, it's going to give a lot of... you will do it with good timing, of course. But even if you die, your team can use the window of opportunity you made to win the game. Yeah, like, you need to do this. Yeah, this play is really good. But go... I wouldn't even have done this role. I mean, it's good, but I would have gone even more. Now I work at a BWS by myself. Ain't no one coming here at 9 a.m. What is BWS? Buffalo Wild Wings? I don't know what that is. But yeah. Like, honestly, I like the idea of this play from you, but I just wouldn't have made this play. Like, I would have dropped, went wide like this, and I'm gonna, like, the whole goal is to do this like insane wrap play. I'm probably gonna die, but I would do that. And then after the cart's in this position, I no longer prefer this coast rotation, and I actually prefer this right side rotation. It's just stronger for Cass and more comfortable. But it's like, I'm more talking like the first fight. Bottle shop in Australia. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. All right, yeah. So I like this play from you. This is a good play. But yeah, your first fight was really weak. Your first fight was really, really weak. I like this a lot. Honestly, don't know if I'd even be crouching. I would just go. Yeah. Nice job. Perfect. Okay, here, grab Mega, then instantly go back. Nice fight on the soldier. Wow. Wow, holy moly. This is, I mean, a lot of this is kind of lucky, but still good. Still good. Good positions get lucky. Unfortunately, you die here. But that was an overperformance, I will not lie. Okay, and these fights are the worst on cast. So here's what you need to do. You already made the wrong rollout. Don't come top. Don't come top. You're going to come bottom right, and you're going to look for the same play. Okay, you're going to come up the stairs and do this. Sometimes this isn't possible because they're marking the angle. So what you're going to do, if they're marking this angle really heavily, you're going to walk this way, and then walk this way, and then shoot them in the back. It's a really strange play, but you will be surprised how that it'll work sometimes. But definitely don't do this, right? Because it's going to come down to you're going to have bad fights, right? All of this is out of your range. You can't really kill anybody here, and you're going to demand resources. So this is just not the play. Right. I mean, we can shoot the Rhine, but honestly, it's probably, like, I don't even think the Rhine should be doing this. I would have dead-eyed, yeah. I definitely would have dead-eyed earlier. That's fine. But it's like, where's our playmaking, Montana? Where's our playmaking? There's no playmaking on this angle. And you just demand Suzu, you demand healing, you demand watering, you demand literally everything. And then your queen made space. And this is the problem, right? Like, and this is why Cassie's not good on this point. It's because there isn't a lot of playmaking, let's be honest. Like, there just isn't a lot of stuff you can do. You're not Genji, right? But notice that the whole reason you guys win this fight, it has nothing to do with you. It's everything to do with Feet Man and Cranky Pants, okay? And Shaman. Your team really pulled through, but you will have games where your team is garbage and you have to be the hero, and you would have not deadlifted this, right? Keep in mind, after the cart kind of starts getting to this point, your best play is to go through tunnel, is to walk up the stairs and fight them. Or if they're marking it, you're going to do this wrap rotation and shoot them in the back from here. You will die here. You 100% will die. So what you're going to do here is on this fight, you are going to try to kill somebody. You need to trade out here. So this should be your goal. You will die. I get, because the rotation out is garbage. It's so bad. You have to like take the really long rotation, and then if you want to grab the mega, it's all the way back here. So it's not really worth the time. I'd rather you get here and try to like trade out, or like if you can be really cheeky and find this rotation into this room and go flank. But it's really hard. It's really hard. It sounds like the best place to swap to Ashe. Yes, on second attack, you generally should swap to Tracer or Ashe or Sojourn. Yeah. Because really, the key to winning second attack is this window. This is the key. Okay? Because what happens is, like, if you're someone like Genji, for example, going up this window, fighting for high ground like this, or going for this flank is extremely strong. Extremely strong. And you can get here as Ashe or Sojourn, or even Soldier can get here because you can rocket jump. I don't really care, but Cassie just doesn't have access to this window, so you can't play make. If Cassidy had access to this window, I'd be like, yeah, you can play Cass on second. But if you're gonna one-trick cast, this wrap is your best play. If you want to win, I recommend you go Soldier, Ashe, Sojourn, Genji, literally anybody that can use this window. Because this, going wide like this, is just way too strong. It's way too strong. It's so good. And the reason, like, if you guys ever watch, like, gold lobbies play this map, the reason attackers never win is because they almost never use that window. Because they just forget it exists. Or they don't have a hero that can get there. Here, after cap happens, I'm not going left. Don't go left. Go right. Boom. Go right. Walk this way. Contest them from here. And then walk up the stairs. And then shoot them from here. Just don't come left, because you're going to have to make this rotation eventually to do anything. And you're just going to take damage. So why? Why take damage when we have a better, safer rotation available to us? So yeah, I don't like you being here at all. So yeah, now you take 100 damage for no reason. You could have just taken 0 damage doing the same rotation, like no risk. There's a world where you actually died in that rotation and wasted 30 seconds. Just go back high, honestly. Honestly, here, I would have just went back to high ground. Boom, boom, whatever, you get marked, grab mini, you just go back. Because look at this. The soldier's not looking at you, and honestly, at this range, I would honestly just shoot him 3 times and then roll forward, and then you'll probably be fine. I don't think you really die from that range, to be honest. And it's better. It's certainly better than this fight. Like, pretty much, okay, even if you are on the floor, there's no reason you should be taking this. Like, what you should be doing is jumping here, jumping on this thing, then jumping over here, and then being on the high ground. Like, you need to make the high ground rotation at some point. Like, standing on the floor is so garbage. It's so garbage. Get off the floor. Or if you want to fight this guy, you need to come right side and walk up these stairs and flank him. Like, there's no reason you're on the floor right now. Like, it's not good. It's just straight up not good. At this point, I really don't care what high ground you're on, but you need to not be on it. Okay, and then going into this last fight, on this last fight here, the win condition for Cassidy is that you're on this angle, okay? Because what's good about this angle is if they do come flank you, you'll hear them. The staircase is right here. You'll hear them, and you can just turn and fight them, and the fight's actually quite good for you. Or you can just, like, stand here and shoot everybody as they try to contest cart, and it's extremely strong. It's extremely strong. But right now, whoops. Right now, we are not on the high ground. We are on the floor. And you'll find that there's no win conditions on the floor. Okay, so you get shattered and die. If you were on the high ground, you would not have gotten shattered and you would not have died. It's as simple as that. So here, we have Deadeye. I like this. I like this ego. I'm willing to bet on that too. So that was fine. Okay, whatever. Cost of doing business. There's a world where you kill the soldier and life is good, but you just didn't kill him. Okay, I don't really know about this Deadeye. Okay, if you're going to do this, I'm not going to act like it's terrible, but if you are going to do this, you need to tag him first. So shoot him first and then use Deadeye, and then draw early and shoot him again, or just finish the Deadeye, either one. But pretty much no world where you jump out the window and use Deadeye immediately. You needed to tag him first for sure. Once again, if we weren't on the floor, we would not get shattered. Like here, I mean, actually, you know what? Whatever. Not a big deal. I wouldn't worry about that. That death's a little bit just unfortunate if I'm being for real. It's actually crazy he got shattered again that fast. Okay, so we go Tracer. Okay, let's look at this Tracer gameplay. Hold on. What do we do on Tracer? So on Tracer, your idea is just to come back fast. Okay, here you should see 2 people on your team are dead, and then you should leave. 100% leave. Yeah, there's no reason you should blink through the Sojourn there. You're never gonna kill her. You only really blink through people when they're like already half HP or something, or you're in a 1v1, not like in a team fight. Okay, Sojourn, mark the soldier. Take the high angle. So the reason you even, bro, you didn't even need to go Sojourn. You could have just played Cass. The problem you had is you just didn't go to any of the high grounds. You didn't go to any of them. You just stood on the floor. That's the reason you lost that. It has nothing to do, like, that first fight when you got shattered should have never happened. It should have never happened. Like, I would have never gotten shattered here. I mean, the Sojourn swap is good. Like, don't get me wrong, Sojourn is better here. But you should have, as Cassidy, you could have done the exact same thing if you just played the map correctly. Okay, so on this defense, the metagame as Cass, so it's the same problem as attack. You're going to get outranged by basically everybody. And what you want to do is you want to demand the least amount of resources whenever you're getting outranged. So what you should do is you should be literally right here and just AFK until the card is closer to you. And then once the card is closer to you, you're going to swing wide and you're going to shoot the Reinhardt or whoever's on cart. And really what your whole goal is, if we zoom out, your whole goal is to deny this rotation from the attackers. That's your goal. 100% your goal is to do this. And then once the cart is like around this area, what you're going to do as well is you are going to look for a flank like this onto the enemy backline. You can like shoot people from here type stuff. You're not going to drop. You're going to stay up here, but you're going to look for like shooting backline type situation. But the problem with standing here, for example, is you're going to look at the enemy team comp. It's Cass Soldier. Well, more importantly, it's Ana Soldier. These people are going to outrange you. Okay. So standing up here is you're just going to take free damage from these guys because it's just better geometry for them. And then you're just not going to be able to do anything, you know, good for the team. You're not going to do anything that's winning, okay? And how do we win games, guys? You make plays and you make no mistakes. There's a lot whenever you're playing angles like this as Cassidy, there's a lot of room for mistakes to be made. Like this is a mistake in and of itself, standing on this angle. You should not be on this angle, right? You can instantly feel why. You're not only are you putting out basically no pressure, you take 200 damage and now you're going to demand healing. Okay, you get out of combat healing, but you might have demanded healing. The Ryan almost dies because he sucks, right? It's nothing to do with our angle. Given that you're here, it is a good idea to mark the soldier, and I like the way you give it up. But it's like you're set up for failure here because you just don't really know what the best play is. The best play is to stand here and then just shoot them at, like, go for flanks and just play really risk adverse. Really, really risk adverse. And then you look for late flanks. That's it. Like, really. And deny the angle. That's basically it. You do not have a better play. Like, you should not be in main. You should not be co-side. Yeah. Okay, we go Sojourn to touch. Do you stay on Sojourn here? Yeah, looks like we stay Soj. Okay, you go back to Cass. Okay, so we attack again, and we're... Why does it leave your camera? Okay. So we go back to Cass, and Ryan marks you, which is unfortunate. That's actually insane that he's playing that angle, to be honest. Okay, here. Yeah, here, just do it again, bro. Just go wide, and then look for this drop without dying. If it's appropriate. Here, it might not be. Honestly, I don't know why the defenders are playing Cass. So it's like low-key okay. The soldier dies. Shoot Juno, whatever. Nice headshot. Yeah, but it's like, is any of this really winning, guys? Like, are we winning? We killed the... I mean, that's okay. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna give you a break for this attack. I think it's like okay. Here, I mean, being in this mega room is good, but I prefer... This angle is strong, okay? So don't rule this out of your playbook, but I actually like this angle more because you deny a flank rotation and you have a better angle onto them as they jump out. This is just a little bit of a weaker angle, but I do like it. I do like it. I just prefer the staircase on the right side. I just stay in the room. Yeah, just stay in the room and shoot them. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Not really anything to do about that. You don't really have any better plays is kind of the problem. It's like a more of a Cass issue than it is anything else. And you play Sojourn. Okay. Yeah, so I think largely your third attack was really bad. We didn't really see a third defense because you swapped to Sojourn. But your third attack was not good. And your first defense is not good either. But hopefully the playbook I gave you will give you a better idea on how to play those points. And that's more of like an experience thing. But I derived those plays from understanding the fundamentals of Cassidy, which is like high ground. You always want to play on high ground, right? Generally. You just didn't go to high grounds there. And then you generally always want, if you can't take if the risk reward isn't really there, you want to play really risk adverse. I really like the map specific position routes you mentioned in these reviews. Yeah, man, I appreciate you. And it's really because Cassidy is probably the most playbook oriented hero in the game. And it's purely because he has no mobility in like limited range. So as a result, he fits this like unique niche in Overwatch where you can have playbooks and they do work. And how do I know that? Because I've hit GM3 by doing them. Okay. Like, it's a really unique situation. Like, I think there are other heroes where there are generally like flank routes that are good. But it's not as true as it is for Cassidy, where there's like always a best play. Like Like whenever you're playing a hero, and this is the kind of dynamic of Overwatch. Whenever you're playing a hero like Genji or Tracer, the thing about these heroes is pretty much every angle is good or can be good. It's just more dependent on timing. But whenever you're on Cassidy, that's not the same. It's not true, right? You don't have the mobility to back up your location. It's really aim reliant. You don't have things like dash to get out early, right? But so whenever you're on an angle, you have to commit to it. And there's also a lot of setup that happens with Cassidy, which is why a lot of people think Cassidy is a simple character, and it's true. He is a simple character. He has a simple kit, but as a result of that, the way he fits in the metagame requires a lot of planning and a phenomenal foundational understanding of Overwatch. Because if you don't have a good understanding of how to do flanks, how to play make, you're gonna get hard stuck in Diamond as a Cassidy one trick, or lower. Because like a lot of like the thing about Genji and Tracer is playmaking is naturally a part of their kit. You're not going to be standing in main and shooting. Sometimes you'll do that because that's your best play. But hard flanking as Tracer, you'll naturally win more because hard flanking is really high value and it's high agency, right? You have a lot of impact over the outcome of the game. Same with Genji, right? But it's just not true with Cassidy. Cassidy is main botting, and we all know that main botting leaves a lot of the outcome of the game in the hands of your teammates. And that's not how you climb. That's not how you climb, which is why Cassidy has a lower win rate, which is why Sojourn has a lower win rate, which is why all the hit skins have lower win rates, because they're not high agency heroes. And that's not because they can't be, it's because they're taught to be sit in main and shoot people. That's how they feel like they're supposed to play, right? But that's why like you guys watching my content is going to like 10x your chance of success, because it breaks the idea that main botting is the answer. It's basically never the answer. There's been very few situations in these VOD reviews where I'm like, yeah, you can stand in main and you'll be okay. Very, very, very few situations where that was the case. Okay, we are gonna hop into the next Montana code. He had 3 codes for us. This one is on Oasis. Also, guys, one thing about codes is you guys can submit unlimited codes, but I will only, for right now, I get probably like, I don't know, like 10 codes a week. And most of them are from like Montana and Barbosa and like regulars we have in the community. But you can submit as many as you want. There's just, I'll get to at least one, or I'll try to get to at least one, but I can't guarantee I'll get to all of them. The only reason I can get to all of Montana's is I just have time to get to all of Montana's. But we're going to do this one from Montana, and then we're going to do one more from Kwame on Havana. And then we're going to wrap it up early because I'm just feeling sick. But I did want to do this. Has helped me feel better, unironically, which is good. That to you? All right, good to hear it, man. We'll get to yours in just a second, man. Thanks for being here. Okay, shoot in main, and then look for this rotation. This is fine. So you have 2 options here. So you look through your, okay, this is good. This is a good technique. You look through the wall to see your team's intention. You see them kind of fight for main. So instead of rotating into the hallway, you actually come to help them. So here, what you need to understand is you're looking for one of 2 plays, or you have to make one of kind of 2 plays here. You can either go wide on the angle like this and contest this space, because what will happen is people like Tracer will come wide here, people like Genji will come wide here, and if you kind of position yourself here, you'll be able to deny that rotation. So you can do that, or you can kind of come to a point here and play more risk adverse. So which you choose is kind of up to you. I would personally choose this angle because it's higher agency and more likely that I am quote unquote carrying the game. I think taking this angle is just a little bit too passive for me. I think it's a good play, to be honest. Like, I think it's fine because your end goal is that you come here and you either like wrap to this door and shoot them as they come in, or you can come back to high ground and play on the high ground. It's kind of up to you. But I would have preferred this angle. And then once my team goes back to point, I'm kind of stuck here in main, which is good because if the enemy team ends up coming main to fight my team, because I'm already stuck on this angle here, I can wrap for a flank, and it's actually really good. It's hard to demonstrate with arrows, but I promise you, if you stayed on that angle, it would actually be quite strong. Because here's the thing, like, you make the cross, which is fine, you come to point, but honestly, this would have gone really cool. This would have been really cool right now. Shoot these, you could have shot all of these guys as they walked in. And then if they push you, just roll backwards. You might demand healing, but that's, you know, the cost of doing business. But the problem with this play, this isn't technically a bad play, but it's not as winning in my opinion. Like here, you need to complete the rotation. I know they're on point already, but you need to complete the rotation. You need to come up here because you're just not going to win the fight from the floor. You're just not. It's not going to happen. You need to come up here and you need to look to 2-tap the Wu Young or the Ryan at 1 HP or like kill Mercy or whatever. Right? But because you made this play and you didn't complete the rotation, you're just not going to win. That's kind of what it comes down to. So you killed 2, not because you're in a good position, but because, I mean, you're in an okay position. You're not in the best position though. But this is really like, I don't really know what the enemy team is doing. Like, bad Mercy movement, who gets her killed. Sim gets greedy. I mean, honestly, look, I don't want to discredit you. It's not like you're throwing. Like, this is a good play, but I just want you to know that there's a better play available. But okay, this is fine. Just don't die. What are we doing? Okay, you go too early. Get healing from your Wu Yang. He's not. Yeah, you need to understand that you're not full HP. Why are we peeking before the Rhine without full HP? Like, you could have died here and thrown the entire operation. Okay, so this made no sense. You needed to be healed first before you did anything, or you needed to wait till your Rhine crossed to do anything. That didn't really make any sense. I like the flank here. I like this. It's just kind of, in my opinion, it's a little bit too late to make this flank. Like, if you're going to do this, you need to stage for it earlier. Like here, you need to complete the rotation again. Like, I'm going high ground, and then I'm using the high ground as cover to cross, and then going for this. It's like what I'm doing. Or I'm just AFKing in here and shooting Ryan. It's like one or the other. The problem with this is just the rotation's too long. Yeah, I mean, it's good that you roll for the rotation, but... you know what? Honestly, the rotation is probably fine. The rotation is probably fine, but this is just kind of the price you pay when you take rotations like this, is that it is long, so sometimes you'll just lose fights. So I think this rotation is fine. It's just unlucky, right? You needed your team to live here. I think, yeah, I think this is your best play. It's just unfortunate. How do they actually die? What are they doing? Neither your Juno nor your Wu Yang need to be on the floor right there, so they're trolling. So I think in higher elo, this would have been a consistent play. This would have been consistently winning. But because your teammates are like low-key bots, it just is thrown. That was a good play though. Don't feel like just because your teammates died, you made a bad play. This was actually a good play. I like that. I actually like that play a lot. It's just your supports are bots. So whatever, it happens. How do I feel about this? We're on the angle. What's our timing look like? Our timing is good enough. Good enough here. Okay, whatever. Cost doing business. Oh, do you get res? You do get res. Okay, I'm looking for a flash fan, flash shot. Fight her, fight her, fight her, fight her. Yes, 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 yes. Nice job, nice. Good res from the Mercy. What do I think about this? Deadeye's fine. Deadeye's fine. Complete the rotation or get out. See where your team is. Do you know where your team is right here? You should be looking to see where your team is for sure. So here you can see 3 people through the wall. So your tank is dead. So here you kind of need to make a decision. And the problem is you didn't really make a decision fast enough. Like, honestly, you're kind of fried here. I'm going to be honest. I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate she's in Valk. You know what? This is fine. This is whatever. Yeah, whatever. Honestly, first point, low-key go next. I don't really think you made very many big mistakes there. Sometimes you'll make the best plays. I mean, I feel like, you know, there was definitely like two times you probably could have made a better play, but I'm gonna be honest, I think you lose that point either way, even if you make the best plays there. Here you need to, dude, I need you to get active. Get active, bro. So you walk in main. You see your whole team going right instantly right here, guys. You should see your whole team going right. Okay, you know where you're not going? You're not going right. You are going to go left. Okay, go left. Overwatch is one with space control. You need space control, so go left, okay? So you should be rotating left right now. There should be no hesitation in this. No hesitation. Right now, you see it, you hesitate, so now you're going to be a second late to your angle, which matters in Overwatch, okay? So here, I'm 100% not standing here. I am going balls to the wall, wide, and shooting these guys in the back, and I'm being a thorn in their side. I'm being Tracer right now. I am not being main botter. Like, why are you not completing the rotation? Like, I wouldn't even go high ground, bro. I would have seen the opportunity that my tank is taking space. Let me come left side and shoot these guys all in the back. That's what you needed to do. This was extremely winning. Like, this is a 70%, 80% winning play. For sure. No one is here to mark you on the angle. You're going to force resources. And then that's going to be, once again, whenever you do stuff like this is going to open up a window of opportunity for your team to walk forward and kill people. Okay, the lower elo you are, the less your team will use the window of opportunity. But I promise you, it's still winning. But in GM, if I made this play, I 100% guarantee you my team will follow up off of the reduced pressure they have in main. They will make some kind of play, generally. I mean, is the high ground bad? No, it's not bad. It's actually better than standing where you were in the gate. But the winning play is this, for sure. For sure. But this is still a good play, too. Boom, nice job. And then just don't drop. Just stand up here and shoot them. Perfect. Now you can drop. Now you can drop. I would chase these guys. Wu Ying and Mercy, I would chase them. But that's okay. Okay, how is this to 0.3? It is. Okay, so we're gonna go faster here. So here you just stay on the high ground. Okay, 3 people come get you, and then we die. Here, I just would have chosen a different rotation. Here, once the TP comes out, boom, you should be dropping right side right now because this is where your team is. You shouldn't be coming this way and backing up. You should just straight up just give the space, I'm gonna be honest. The TP threat is just kind of too strong in my opinion. I think greeting it is fine. Honestly, greeting it is probably fine and correct, but you just need to drop right. Because if you're going to get any help from your team, it's going to be this way. Here, the chance of you living, I think is... I mean, you had good movement, but I feel like dropping right is just going to be more consistent of the 2 options you have. But either way, I'm going to be honest, I think you still die most of the time there. I think you still die. But if you were going to have a greater chance, it would have been to live, it would have been on the right side. Okay, here I'm not, once again, not main botting. I'm coming right side and I'm looking for this angle. This is the winning angle. Okay, how do you win Overwatch? Don't make mistakes and you make plays. We want to make a play. Let's make a play real quick. Yeah, there's no playmaking happening here. Okay, good. This is perfect. Shoot the Mercy, perfect. I actually like the roll forward. The risk reward is there. So you have 3 people fighting you. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I actually like this. Okay, we get shattered, whatever. Oh wait, we lose the fight for real? Okay, so the only thing I would have done here is like you needed to come right off rip. Like you should be fighting the Sojourn here, to be honest with you. It is unfortunate that she plays it the way she does. Like, she actually plays this, honestly, like, pretty intelligently. And she dies to traffic. That's funny. But, you should have, like, come this way and fought her here. Would have been the play. Yeah, I wouldn't be here and doing it. Like, I just don't really know how to explain why. Like, your initial setup should have been, like, you come out of spawn and you walk this way. This should have been your play. And you would have prevented this death to shatter. Because then you would have killed her and then walked it. Like, you really should... Right now, you shouldn't be going main. You should be walking wide like this and shooting them all in the back. But because you're in main, you get hit by shatter, which is unfortunate. I think like your idea was generally good to mark the right angle, but you kind of just your method of doing so is incorrect in my opinion. Like here once again, we shouldn't be coming main. We should be coming. You should die and then walk right side. Should be your play. This should be your play like most of the time. This is good. Like it's okay. Like this isn't the end of the world because once again, you're fighting for space. But I just prefer you do it on the right side. And also your crosshair placement is bad here. Why are we aiming at the floor? This whole time you're aiming at the floor. So then when you swing the angle on the Sojourn, you're aiming at her feet. Oh, I mean, you go for flash, but... And that's a good flash tech. That's good flash and good flash technique. But we need to get the kill. But either way, I just wouldn't have been on this side of the map, right? I would have been right side, shooting them in the back, and then look for this cross and look to do something here. Personally, that would have been my play. Okay, railgun comes out, or OC comes out, we're off the map. Okay, cool. Wait, is the game over? No, it is not over. Okay, good kill. On an extremely overextended Sojourn. Look at Sim, cool. Okay, and then we go high ground. I honestly don't... Against... high ground is fine. It's fine. I prefer this angle, to be honest with you. It's kind of like what the enemy Sojourn was doing. You can deny rotations if you play this here. And also the rotation out isn't that bad. And you have a mini as well. You also have this mini if you rotate all the way. But I just prefer being on this side of the map because I can deny plays from the enemy team. Playing up here is relatively good. It's just, it's low risk for low reward. You know what I mean? Right? Like here, if you play on this angle and your junk, like notice your junk is playing in main here. The enemy team now has the opportunity to come left for free. They can take this angle for free. And generally, to maintain space control, we don't want to let stuff like this happen. You want to be on these kind of angles and shut down those rotations, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if the enemy team goes right side and opens up a deep flank. Right, if I was coaching the enemy team right now, like the enemy Sojourn, see, notice how much more livable this was. I mean, it's a little bit of a different situation, but this was a lot more livable, right? Anyway. But, for example, let's act like here we were in the position I was talking about, which is here. Let's see what we would have done. We would have gone wide here, shot Ryan, shot Sim, shot Sojourn. Okay, we see TP goes through. And then we would have come wide like this and then shot the like Sojourn again. Right. And then the map would have just been flipped. It's the same thing, but the map is flipped basically. So I don't think this is a terrible play, but I would have just preferred the hold the right side play because you deny more playmaking from the enemy team. I don't think they made the enemy team made the correct macro play. But this is all fine. I think you can argue for all of this. I think it's all good. Okay, let's look at university now. Here, I like to go mini room. I just see where your team is, see what your team is doing. Sometimes if you ever like come to this left room and see that your whole team is right side like this, what you will want to do is actually give up the mini room and come main and kind of fight on this side. Because I've died several times where my whole team goes coast side, mini side, and I'm the only guy on left, and then I die because I'm just too isolated from my team. So it is important to know where your team is as you're making this rotation. Good kill. And this is why I like this side of the map, as you can see. There's a lot of playmaking available to you, and the fight for this mini room in general is advantageous for Cassidy. So I like it a lot. Okay, stay on the left side of the map. Here, we should probably be taking less damage. Like here, you need to roll through the Sojourn E. It's minor, but something to mention. Like here, this should have been a roll, right? Like you shouldn't just swing the angle. You should roll through the angle. Here, boom, 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 whatever. Here, boom. You should see that you're gonna get eat spam here. Roll through the angle so you take less damage, right? We should not be minus 130 HP right now. Yeah, like, because now you have to give up this angle really aggressively. When otherwise, like, I would have preferred you to fight for it. But you just didn't have the help for it. Nice headshot. That headshot was really important. Here. I think it's fine. I mean, probably could be cleaned up a little bit, but I think the idea is fine. But honestly, like, a lot of the stems to just not having full... I don't think you... Oh, you did have full HP at one point. But you just kind of needed to win the micro duel against the Sojourn at some point here. Is what that came down to. So that was mechanical failure. We just needed to kill her. We needed to win. Okay. Okay, you're just too late. Could we? I don't even think we could have been earlier, to be honest. So that was fun. Take a bunch of damage. Wow. Go left. I don't like the so I don't like the Deadeye because it's just too close. You're way too close to the enemies. So yeah, this is an issue of proximity. You're just literally right in their face. You're probably going to die. Yeah. I mean, you kill the Sojourn, but I don't like the Deadeye. You can just shoot them. Just shoot them. Because the problem is, you're convenient enough to kill where even if you die in this Deadeye, it was relatively cheap for the enemies to kill you. And we want to make it expensive. Right? So if you were going to pop Deadeye, you need to do it from the other side of the map. You needed to do it from this side of the map here because you're further away and harder to get to. So they either have to respect you or commit a ton of cooldowns to kill you. Here, they didn't really have to commit anything. They just like shot you a bunch of times. And you could have died. You didn't, but you could have. So I don't like that Deadeye at all. I think you would have been more consistently winning if you just shot them from there, to be honest with you. I don't like that. Okay, play left side here. So one thing to just notice, I don't really think you have a better play, to be honest, but a big reason that you guys are going to lose this fight here is notice that you have your Rhine. It's your Rhine on the same angle. Look how much space control you guys have. Your Junkrat's coming back from spawn, but you have no space control, right? So what's going to happen is the enemy team gets to take all this space for free. They'll have all of their cooldowns walking into this fight on point. I can almost guarantee you lose this fight. Yeah. Yep, and your Juno is dead. So this all came down to you guys didn't fight them enough on choke, but it's because your Junkrat died. So it's not really your fault that happened, but that's why you lost. You had no space control, so they get to walk up with all their cooldowns and health and resources, and then you just lose. Yep. Here, there were like 2 or 3 plays we could have cleaned up. The Deadeye was bad. We needed to kill the Sojourn mechanically. But this was largely a go next type of game. I think you could have carried this game for sure, but I would have been actually pretty content with your performance on that. Okay. Well, cool. Thank you for the Oasis gameplay. We're going to walk into Kwame's Havana, and then we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. So, Kwame, thank you for the code. Let's take a look at this. So, Havana, in general, should be a bad map for you as Cass. You're like, almost always losing. Reason being is it's just really bad range for you. Are you looking up or down? I actually cannot even tell. Yeah, but it's just because the range is really bad for Cassidy in general. So I like you opening on the high ground. Okay, so This is almost always losing for Cassidy, but I like you being on the high ground. What I like to do is just wait for the cart to push, because the problem is you have to think about it in terms of risk reward. Okay, are you as Cassidy going to kill any of these people ever? Pretty much never. Okay, you're pretty much never going to kill these people. Okay, are these people going to kill you ever? It's not impossible. It's not likely, but it's not impossible. But it is more likely than you killing them, right? Okay, because it's like a Hanzo and a soldier and people that have way more range than you. Okay, as a result, why are we peeking? We're never going to be able to kill these guys. Okay, if you are peeking, you need to do it in an extremely risk-adverse manner. So it's like tightly peeking the corner occasionally for some pot shots and then giving up the angle. You should not be playing for this angle as aggressively as you are, because there are going to be games where you get headshot by Widow and you die, where you get Hanzo arrow to the face and you die. Okay, so I don't really like you doing this. What I would prefer you do, honestly, is just stand here, look through the glass, and AFK. I'm not even joking. Why? Because you're taking extremely low risk for extremely low reward, and that's perfect. This is not extremely high, maybe like moderate risk for basically no reward at all. Okay, so the risk reward doesn't really make any sense. I like you being on the high ground, right? But I don't like you peeking off the high ground. It's not going to be consistent. And I like the rotation of this window, because this window is safer. Personally, would not have dropped. You just need to stand up here and wait. Just wait for them to push cart further, and then the angle will start being better. So you give up the angle way too easily in that sense. So you're Doomfist trolls. Good follow-up to kill the Orisa. But yeah, this entire fight, we should just be on the high ground right now. Like, you had the right position. You just played it wrong. Just stand here, wait for the cart is like here, and then swing wide and shoot them. Because also you want to be here because you'll deny rotations from the attackers, right? Because part of the win condition as an attacker is either you pick someone in main, or you send people high ground and they make this rotation for a flank, or they just shoot people from here. Either one. That's like the attacker's win condition. So you dropping off the high ground not only gives you a worse set of plays to work with, you are also no longer able to deny them the high ground rotation should they choose to make that. So that is your issue, right? All of this, you're just going to get outranged. You're just going to get outranged by everybody. And this is a common thing I see with people that complain about Hanzo and people that outrange them, like Sojourn, is they don't often think about what is the best. Given that I am outranged, how do I interact with them in a way that's unique to my character, right? Basically, all of the plays you're making here are losing because you gave up that high ground play. As Cassidy in general, you shouldn't really be on this side of the map, because let's think about it, guys. What heroes are best suited for these angles? It's high mobility, long range heroes, and we are neither of those type of heroes. Okay, we want to be, as Cassidy on defense, you want to be on this high ground shooting them, or you want to be back here shooting them, because it's just better for your range, right? Deny cart. Or like this angle, shooting the cart itself, stuff like that. We don't really want to be. Sometimes you'll find yourself here, but like it's just not really a good place to be. But anyway, your first fight, Kwame, really came down to you didn't play the high ground correctly at all. Okay. This is on console, by the way, guys, just for the record. Makes sense. You gotcha. Nice aim on the Orisa. So this is why Cassidy's winning in the Orisa matchup. You just do, if you hit, as long as you're hitting headshots, you just do an ungodly amount of damage. You do so much damage to Orisa. It's insane. Yeah, you just straight up aura the guy off of every single angle. Here, this is all like, the risk reward for all of this is really bad. So here, okay, here's how we should think about this. Boom. Orisa's taking the angle, your Zarya dies, instantly back up. Because if you get jabbed here, you're smoked, okay? So you need to, I like that you're contesting the Orisa, but as you're doing this, you should be looking to back up even further and play this corner of the wall, right? Because the problem is you contest the Orisa and then swing wide again, If this Hanzo was worth his salt, you would die right now. You would just be dead. Okay, but the Hanzo is garbage. But we don't want to bet on the enemy team being bad, so we want to play this corner and just play a little bit more safe, right? Because you should not win any of these fights. You should not be winning any of these. It's winning for Hanzo. The Orisa's getting Life Weaver pocket, so she should be or Brig pocket. She should be winning, right? Like you should never kill that Hanzo. I'm gonna be honest. You should basically never be killing that Hanzo. You should be taking more damage from literally anything, but because the enemy team is garbage, you win. Okay. The proper play here would have been to just unswing the angle, boom, and then just kind of chill and poke out. That would have been your play. Not wide commit to the angle. Because, like, look at this from the Hanzo's perspective. Let's look at this from this guy's perspective. You have no cover. You can easily take shots. I mean, it's very fortunate your Hanzo is also spamming him out. But it's not like you're an impossible target to kill, right? What would have been impossible is like you playing this angle, which is really risk adverse, and you like tucking behind that ground and just waiting for your tank or something. I would have really preferred that over what you just did. And this is the best angle for Cassidy on Havana. This right side, it's really good. Not because that fight is long range, but because it's really good for Cassidy to deny this space. Cassidy can fight for this space extremely well. Oh, big nano. Okay, we should get domed by Hanzo. Yeah, you just here. You just don't reswing. Is kind of what this is. I don't mind you getting really aggressive with nano. I think your micro is pretty bad. Someone should die here. Okay, here flash needs to come out. Commit to the soldier, or I guess not. Shoot Wu Yang. I'm gonna be honest. You kind of just underperform with nano. Nano panicked me, not gonna lie. Yeah, I get it. I have the same thing. You just kind of needed to kill somebody. Because if you killed somebody, you would have went 1-1. But here, it's Nano's coming to an end. Just unswing the angle, right? Because you already have low HP. I think, yeah, you have 150 HP. You just shouldn't be reswinging. Here, just unswing, get healed, and then come back, right? Because you need to understand that on this map, on Havana second, you playing in this location like this, it's not about playmaking. It's about space denial. This angle is not about flanking. Sometimes it'll happen. Sometimes you will flank cart and shoot people in the back. But this is, you playing here is mostly about stopping the enemies from taking this space. Because from the attacker's point of view, this space is a really big component of winning on second. Because once again, how do you win in Overwatch, guys? It's through map control. Or part of it is through map control. And if you think about it from the attacker's perspective, there's two lanes in the map. It's this lane and this lane. And they're going to kill you guys in the back side of the map. They generally want to take one or both lanes, right? But because you're here stopping them, it's a lot harder for them to actually do anything. They get stuffed, okay? So your problem here is that you just don't really understand the value of this angle. You swing wide again and then die to the Hanzo. This is not an angle where you should be swinging wide like this. So you just, in my opinion, you just don't fundamentally understand why this angle is good. Because if you understood that this is good because it's more of an angle denial thing than anything, you would have never died here because you would have never swung the angle anyway. Because it's more about living than it is about playmaking on this angle. Yeah. But yes, you did need to kill someone with the nano there, to be honest. But the idea of playing on the right side is correct. This retake is really brutal as Cassidy. It's really, really brutal. Okay, you guys aren't able to touch, so we give it up. Okay, third point is almost always losing for Cassidy. For the reason being, it's extremely easy to make mistakes. You'll get outranged on basically every angle, and there's just not a lot of playmaking, right? None of these fights are in your effective range. shoot, theorist. Like, I honestly don't even know what to recommend you here. I just don't know what's good. Like, on like my hunch would be that here, bam, you would identify that your literal whole team is right here on the left side. My hunch is that, and using my experience as a Cassidy player, my hunch would be, okay, I'm going to go wide and set up a wide angle here because it's likely we're going to fight and commit to something here. So I would be rolling to the right side here and playing this angle is what I would be doing. Is it deep? Yeah. Will I probably die? I mean, I also have a mega, but I probably will die here. But at least I'm on a different angle from my team, and I now can make plays and I can be the win condition. Okay. But you're just never going to win on this angle. And that's what I need you to think about. How do I win the game? How do you win? What is the winning angle? What is the winning play? It's not this. It's definitely not this. But you might not know what it is, but I can guarantee you that it's not this. Okay, so I would have rather you died here, because then we can talk about, is this good playmaking or not, rather than you need to make a play in general. That's the thing. Like, I'd rather you do something stupid and die than you do nothing. Because this is jerking off and leaving the outcome in the hands of your team. And this is, you're putting the outcome in your hands, okay? And I need you to fundamentally understand the difference, because this play is climbing and this play isn't, okay? Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of this. Not a big fan of that. Okay, I mean, we're just gonna eat a bunch of damage here and do nothing. Like, once again, this is risk reward, right? What is the risk of you picking the angle? It's like moderate to low, but the reward is near zero. Okay, so we just shouldn't be taking this angle at all. Like, what you should be thinking of, once again, in situations like this where you have no range, no good angles, no good fights, you need to get creative. This is where your creativity as a cast one trick should come out, right? You should be coming down here and dropping down here and looking for some rat fight. Or you should be coming super far wide left, dropping this way, looking to make this rotation. Or if you can't make that rotation, you can walk up this way, walk up these stairs and do the same thing. Or you can, I don't know, figure it out. But doing this is not only is it zero value, it's actually negative value, because you're never going to kill anybody here, and now you're half HP and your healers are going to feel obligated to heal you. And what is that going to do? Your healers now have to heal you, and now they can't make plays because you're being dumb. Okay? So, and that's the thing. And this is why sometimes, like, and this is why this is exactly why on first point, I would literally just stand at the glass and just watch them walk up. Because I don't want to take an angle here, take 200 damage and demand healing, because I'd rather my healers just play in their effective range and make their own plays. I'd rather just literally demand nothing, AFK, wait till the cart pushes up, and then swing wide and shoot them or whatever. But this, yeah. Okay, shoot Orisa. I mean, I don't really think this, like, in this situation, I don't really think your play is loot. Like, I think you're just kind of playing Cassidy right now, like main botting, whatever. But the problem is, on this map, that's kind of the only thing you can do. Okay. And of course, the Hanzo, why does the Hanzo matchup feel bad here, by the way, guys? It's because we're playing Cassidy on a bad map, and we're playing against Hanzo on a good Hanzo map. Of course it's going to feel bad. Okay. I actually like all of this from you. I mean, I don't really like the castle after Wu Ying ult gets used, because of course you're going to get canceled. But I like your ideas. Like, I like you coming wide to the mini room and opening up the angle. Like, I think that's great. Okay. Here, just wait for your team. Your whole team is dead. Oh, your D.Va's demaxed, I see. Okay, well, that sucks. Whatever. Cassidy just sucks on third. He's really bad on third. Really, really bad on third. For the reason being, there's no playmaking. But for precisely that reason, you need to get creative. I need you to think about, how can I carry? What's a good angle for me? Can I do some rat plays? How can I make a bad character work how can I make a good situation out of a bad character? That's how you should be thinking about it. And if you seriously cannot think of anything, play risk adverse in main and just shoot tank. Okay, here on attack, there's only one good play, and it's to come right side, walk through mini room, and you're going to look to make this rotation and go high. And then from high ground, you can do whatever you want. You can flank, depending on timing, or you can fight the people up here if there are any, or you can shoot people from high ground, either one. But that's the only good play on Cassidy. Riding main, once again, it's going to come down to what's the risk reward. You're going to take 1 billion damage with minimal reward. I mean, right now it's kind of in your effective range, but it's really hard. This fight is really hard. You're going to demand healing. I'd rather your healers go wide and make plays themselves, but they can't because you're taking a ton of damage, okay? So I need you to do this because not only is it resource light, it lets your healers do other things that isn't pocket you, okay? Because right now you're going to be honestly negative value. If you stay main this whole time, you're going to be negative value the whole time. Demand healing for very minimal gain. Yeah, like we're doing damage, but at what cost, right? We could have done so much more if we at some point just took this angle, went wide, and then set up high ground. That would have been the play for sure. For sure. Once again, you need to go high ground here. Okay, so you clearly identify the high ground as being good, but you just don't, you're not aware of the rotation, it seems. And then we lose. You lose here because you're too late to the angle. Like, you should be on the high ground way earlier. I like the Deadeye. It's actually a really good Deadeye. And one thing I will point out that I actually like a lot from you, by the way, is you use the Deadeye and then you take space with the Deadeye, right? You're crossing with the Deadeye, which is fantastic. I like that a lot. So good job. Here, if you made the high ground rotation, it would have been too late. Here, you need to set up. Oh, maybe you're thinking 3 on. Okay, don't come left side. The problem with being left side is you're going to be isolated from your healers. The fights are okay, but the better angle is just, bro, walk up these stairs, stand here, and then if you want to, jump here and just shoot them from here. Or play the staircase. I prefer any of these angles. I don't really like playing left side. It's really isolated. You can take some bad fights. Like if the Hanzo comes here and fights you, it's not good. It's just not a consistent angle in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of this. I prefer being on the right side of the map. The idea of being on a different angle though is good, right? You have a good fundamental, which is angling and positioning different from your team. But here, like, notice you get spammed out by Cass or Hanzo. Like, you didn't really do anything to win this fight. You got spammed out by Hanzo, and fortunately, there was a map window there, and you were able to kill somebody. But this was largely your team's performance that carried this. Okay, I would have preferred if you were on the right side of the map here, playing a little bit more risk adverse and just spamming them as they come out. Or playing here and spamming them as they touch card. Either one. You can think of this angle as similar to playing the truck angle on Route 66. It's more about shooting them when they come to cart itself because they have to contest or else you're going to cap versus shooting them when they come out of spawn. But yeah. I like you taking space aggressively here and fighting for the angle. This is good macro. We take a bunch of poke, which is kind of the cost of, like, here the risk reward is fine because it's just the Orisa that's fighting you, right? The Hanzo already backed up. He's a mile away. Whatever. It's just you unswing the Hanzo. It's just the Orisa fighting you, and you deny her a rotation by standing here. So it's like low key good. The macro is low key good. Yeah, like you deny that. Like that, if you hit more headshots there, there's a good chance that she actually backs up. So I actually like that a lot from you. I would go back to the angle here. Here I would not be shooting her. Yeah, I would have went back to the angle for sure. So here, boom, get forced out by Orisa, get healed. I'm instantly going back, especially after I hear the Orisa walk away. I'm instantly going back and 1v1ing this Mei for sure, for sure. Because at this range, I'm very confident that's winning for you as Cass versus the Mei. Yeah, because, like, how are we winning here, guys? What's the winning play here? There's no winning happening. Sorry, I actually had to work for a bit. No problem. You're good, bro. The Deadeye's fine. Here, just don't roll. Don't do this. Don't. Actually, this roll for uptime is fine. Never mind. It's fine. It's fine. Shoot the May on point. I think all of this fight was fine. All of this fight was fine. Also, your aim is like largely not an issue, to be honest. Maybe on a different map, I could see, but okay. Here, you're going to need to get creative to win. Okay, Cassidy is not good on this point, so get creative. So what you're doing right now is lose. It's negative value. Okay, extremely high risk because you're playing into long range heroes for basically no reward. Okay, you know what the better play is, Kwame? You're gonna come under. Walk under the tunnel, walk up this right staircase, and shoot them all in the back from here. Or you're going to go even further and hard flank like this and shoot them all in the back. Or, you know, literally anything like that. Like, I don't want you in main. Because if you were this Ashe player, I'd be like, yeah, Ashe, come right side and just open up the angle and shoot all of them. But your hero, Cassidy, is just not built for this point. He's not built for Havana third. There's not a way for you to... None of what you're doing is carrying. None of it is carrying. You're just playing Cassidy, and you're going to be negative value because all of this is out of your effective range, and you're going to demand things like Lamp that you shouldn't be demanding, that your tank needs to win, right? Or your other DPS needs to win, right? So none of this is winning. Literally none of this is winning. Right, this flank is good. This is a winning flank, but I need more of this idea from you in general. And I'm going through this quickly because it's very apparent to me that you just don't really understand how to play Cassidy when he's bad. Right? In situations where your hero is bad, you just need to make high risk, high reward, almost stupid plays because that's the only way you're going to get value. Because right now, playing in main, you are negative value. Negative value. You're actually a hindrance to your team. And I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. You're actually hindering your team. Because you remove any playmaking that your supports have because they have to keep you up. Yeah. So you just don't do any, like, you don't get creative. That's why you lose. You didn't go for a deep flank on the right side. You didn't look for anything. You just stand in main and demand resources and troll. So this wasn't even a Hanzo issue. That once again, a lot of my students come to me and they're like, I don't know how to play against Hanzo. And then I look at their gameplay and it's like they just don't know how to play the map. It's a map issue most of the time. It's a map issue. But I hope that was helpful, Kwame. I'm pretty sure if you make these... Havana, even with all the plays I just recommended you, is still going to be a losing map. And why? It's once again, it comes down to making mistakes versus making plays. There's just not a lot of playmaking for Cassidy on Havana, unfortunately. Unless you're just... unbelievably better than the enemy team, which in competitive should not truly be the case, you're just not going to win a lot. But that's your issue. That's why you lose on Havana here. You have a lot of great ideas. Like, I can understand why you're Diamond Masters level. You have a lot of good ideas. You understand angling. You understand high ground. But I need you to be a little bit more proactive in your angle taking and do a little bit more setup. Like, Havana in particular has... a little bit more of a playbook that I need you to understand. How to switch to YouTube, but yeah, it was very helpful. Well, perfect, man. Glad I can be of assistance to you. But yeah, and if you have any more questions, just let me know. But I think that's gonna be it for today, guys. I'm beat. I was sick all earlier today. Actually, talking a lot more helped me feel better for whatever reason. I don't know why, like endorphins or something. I don't know. But I'm beat. I wanted to show up today and get some footage in, but I just don't feel great, so I'm gonna have to wrap it up here. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you were able to learn something today. If I feel better, I will have another stream tomorrow. It is patch day. I don't know if we're actually gonna get a patch. I hope we do, but I will be here tomorrow. 4:30 p.m. CST is when just about when I should start streaming. And I hope to see you all then. Once again, my name is Tail. I am a Cassidy coach. You can join my Discord for free Cassidy coaching. Link is in the description. If you're in Twitch, you can do !Discord to also get the link. And what am I supposed to do now? You can watch my old VODs. All my old VODs are on my YouTube. So if you missed any streams, you can go back and watch those and learn more about Cassidy. I have probably like 100 hours of coaching on my channel at this point. But that's gonna be it for me. I would stream. I would get some gameplay in today, but I'm just tired. I'm in sick. Appreciate the stream. Get well soon. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in, and I hope all of you have a fantastic rest of